Hi guys, so I just want to talk for 5 minutes a little bit about access issues. I do get emails and questions from time to time just asking what I would do and general advice. So I just want to tell you a little bit about my experiences when it comes to things like that. So what am I talking about? Well, things like access through a garden, through a garage only. If the gate's constantly locked and you have to rely on the customer to unlock it, because trust me, they won't always unlock it. Heaven forbid, access through a house, or down maybe a tight lane where you can't drive down, you have to walk, or you have to park away from the garden of the house and you have to walk, those sorts of issues. So I started off, my very first customer was access through a garage. So when she wanted us, when she called us out, that wasn't an issue because I didn't have any customer at that point. She said she very rarely went out, and it was a certain day, a certain time, every 2 weeks. And as you get busier, now I consider myself fully booked now, but as you get busier, you don't want to be restricting yourself to times and days. By all means, put it in your diary. Obviously, that's what I do with my days, me 2 weekly rota. But restricting yourself to times is very hard. I always say now to customers, I need a degree of flexibility, with the weather. I'm just coming off the back of having the flu. You can probably hear it in my voice a bit. You need freedom just to chop and change, whatever. I've got 3 customers where I have keys for through a garage. I said to them, the only way I can take the garden on is if I get a set of keys and just I can come and go as I please. I did get called out of a job where access was going to be through the garage, which was part garage, part kind of kitchen utility, so it would have been through the house, and that was a big no-no for me. I did not want to be going through a house for lots of reasons. So like, in case you damage something, dirt, like you can put blankets down and that or whatever, sheets down, but your trips and grassy wheels on your mower, gear, shoes full of grass, it's not great. And it's also the fact that like they could blame you for something. Someone might go missing in the house, you'll get the blame. So if there's ever access through a house, if it's regular, I've done it occasionally as a one-off job, but don't do it is honestly my advice there. Do not do it. Too much hassle. So access should affect your price as well. So if access isn't perfect, if you have to do anything, so there's a couple of houses where there's just a path in between kind of two houses, or there's a fence in the house, and the wheelie bins are all lined up and stuff, and I have to mess about getting the wheelie bins out, putting them back. And on one particular property, there's a few other little bits that I have to do before I can get everything through. And it might not sound much, if you're not a gardener and you're watching this, you think, right, just move a couple of bins, put them back. But when you've been to 6 houses, 6 gardens, you're knackered, and you come to that one and you have to mess about before you can even do your job. It's not nitpicking, it's just giving a fair price for the overall job, your overall experience of cutting that garden, essentially. And these little bits, and yes, they are little, but they make up your price. And you may want to charge not loads, a premium, like your top end maybe for that garden. And then you're not ripping anyone off. That's up to that. It's then up to the customer to agree or not to your price, essentially. And that's entirely up to you. So that these factors all come into pricing the garden as well. So I draw the line at going through a house. Garage, I need a key. People will probably tell you, I'm in most of the time, or I'm in all the time, but there will be times when they do go out. I have one customer who leaves the garage door open for us. I've been doing her garden now for about 3 years, and a handful of times she's forgot. She's a good customer, decent garden, I'll let it slide, it's fine, but it is annoying when it happens and you have to chop and change and then ring her and say, I'll have to come another time, blah blah blah. And my jobs are all geared around childcare as well, so it's so some gardens have to get done at a certain time, and it's a little bit kind of like sensitive, you know, in that respect. Bigger gardens are put in certain spaces, you know, around pickups and drop-offs to grandparents or whatever, or nurseries, and it's not as straightforward as just like chopping and changing. So it can become a little bit awkward. Let us know what you guys do. What are your rules when it comes to access and stuff like that? Let us know. I'm sure you'll have stories as well. Is anyone being accused of pinching anything or whatever, or like breaking anything if you've got access through a house? That would be interesting. There's bound to be someone out there who that's happened to. Right, see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.